Hi everyone, welcome back to RHO Market Chat. We took a 2 weeks break from Market Chat after I did my market outlook last Saturday. But we'll be back, all right, to our weekly market outlook. So today is the 10th of August, and this is what we will be doing for today. We'll recap on last market chat. The stocks are recommended, whether you have made money out of it or not. And today we talk about our gold trade plan, dollar index, and how the dollar weakness has been affecting gold. S&P is very near the all-time high, and I want to show you the charts of S&P and how I'm expecting the S&P to hit the all-time high. And also this coming Friday, right, the results of the review of the Hang Seng indexes will be made known, and how should we play this event. All right, also we have US announcing their ban on TikTok and WeChat. So what is the impact on Tencent? All right, so recap. So that was a trading idea, calling a short on the Norwegian when it was 15.27. Well, if you had that short, and followed my trade plan on that short or followed that call, you would have made more than $2. All right, you went to a low of 256. All right, on August the 8th, and I also call a short just basing on this trade plan on Las Vegas Sands. It went down to $6. Wow, a big retracement in spite of the S&P and Nasdaq taking new high. Las Vegas actually did a very big retracement, and I was talking about gold 2 weeks ago when it was at 1815, and you heard me talk about gold. It's clearly very bullish on gold, and targeting gold to go above 2000. It went above 2000, hit a high of 2073 on 7th of August, and that call will also make you a bundle. All right, so what am I going to talk about today? So this week market chat, I want to update you on my macro gold trade plan. So the gold has hit 2000, and the last time, it went to a high of 2072 before pulling back to 2030. All right, so while I'm talking to you, gold is trading at 2030. I have a very healthy pullback, but this is my macro trade plan. It will stay here for a while. It might stay here for a while and consolidate along this region. But the minute it breaks the last high at 2072, we could see a target of 2250. And I expect gold to finish the whole cycle at 2450. And that is my long-term view of gold. So my long-term holding position of gold still very, very much intact, not selling them at all. Trading position, probably taking, took some profits of gold when it hit 2000, but the long-term position still holding them tight. Just recently we had a gold correction from 70 to 2032, not very, very big correction because the catalyst, right, that was driving out gold, like the low interest rates, like the monetary stimulus, fiscal stimulus, well, those catalysts are still very much intact, and therefore my bullish stand of gold still holds. All right, so this is for those of you who are trading very short term. So this is the levels that you have to be watching for gold. Well, it last hit a high of 2072. All right, and it has corrected to a low of 2013. Watch 2013. It shouldn't break. If 2013 breaks, it could retrace back to 1980, and that is where I think we should be taking some position. But then if something happens and if gold comes down crashing, the next level will be 1919, which is the last high set in 2011. All right, so the dollar index has been weak. Last couple of days rebounded a little bit, but the long-term indicators is showing that dollar could be weak for a prolonged period. You know, we had a dead cross forming just about 2 weeks ago for dollar index. And on this uptrend, on this chart, dollar index has broken below its long-term uptrend. And I would expect the dollar index now trading about 93 to be retracing to 92. And if it breaks 92, we could test 88. All right, so watch this chart. All right, if the dollar is going to be weak, gold could be strong. All right, and watch for sign of extreme dollar weakness coming off, and that, all right, may not, you know, extreme dollar weakness is good for the Asia market, it's good for the emerging market, but you know, not so good for US asset class, but you know, it's good for gold. All right, S&P. If you want to make a quick profit, S&P, you know, it's the last done 3351, all-time high 3394. I believe it's going to test 3394 before we even have a correction. So watch S&P heading for 3394 in the very short term, and I believe that the market may not have any correction until we're S&P testing the all-time high again. We're very close to that. We are 1.2% away from there, and we should be testing that pretty soon. Well, so last week we learned of news of the US banning WeChat and TikTok and other Chinese apps, and that actually gave the Chinese market a jolt. All right, so a lot of people are now wondering what will be the impact of on WeChat and Alibaba. And this ban, you know, nobody knows how much extent, all right, the US will ban WeChat and TikTok. So a lot of people are guessing to what extent they will ban it, because the business of WeChat and TikTok, all right, it's quite vast, all right. And this ban, right, will take effect 14 days from the date of announcement, all right. But I think that the financial impact will be small for Tencent and Alibaba, as their US contribution are less than 3%. Most of Tencent's revenue comes from games that are less of a national security concern. And its most revenue generative game overseas are developed by US, Korea, European studios. Tencent's game revenue could continue to beat expectations, especially since the Call of Duty Mobile has just received the government's approval. The news of this ban, right, will be an overhang on the Chinese internet sector, but the correction is likely a good trading opportunity. All right, so the impact on Tencent will be small, and in fact, all right, you know, the overall Tencent only generate about 20% of its revenue from overseas. Okay, so US may contribute roughly a quarter of the overseas game, and so that's not a lot. All right, as such, the US contribution is only less than 3% of the total revenue. So the market is having a knee-jerk effect, and that could be a buying opportunity for Tencent, all right? And coincidentally, the ban came at a time when Tencent is going to report its results, and Tencent is going to report its result on the 12th of August, and that is about 2 days from now. So if you think that Tencent result is going to be outperforming, you know, it could be a time for some bargain hunting. So what about the trade plan for Tencent? In fact, my trade plan was showing a Tencent peaking at hitting the short-term top at 561. All right, it's hit there. All right, so it has retraced about 10%. All right, 10 cent. And today, and I was watching it, it was down another 3%. So what I want you to be watching, all right, or what I will be watching really is Tencent at support at 512. So today it closed about like 510, slightly below 512. All right, but if it ever stays above 512, it would mean it is bullish. So tomorrow I'm looking for Tencent to stay above 512, and if you stay above 512, I will be slightly bullish, and I could be taking a long position if you stay above 512 tomorrow. But then if 512 is breached, all right, convincingly, and it stays below there for a while, we could be seeing 472 or this trend line, all right, that I've drawn here. Okay, so watch this trend line here. All right, if it touches this trend line, then we will have a very good retracement of 10 cents, and that's where it's time to be getting into a long position of this fabulous stock. All right. So this coming Friday, all right, Hang Seng Index has never been reviewed for 50 years, and Hong Kong wants to review this Hang Seng Index, and there's plenty of how should investors and traders be positioning for this? Okay, so there are talks that Alibaba, Xiaomi, these Chinese tech, all right, giants are going to benefit from this change in the index rules. They could be included. All right, Alibaba, Xiaomi, and in fact, some people are even expecting Meituan, all right, to be included in the index, all right, and that is why you are seeing Meituan holding up its gain. Alibaba had a little bit of shake, all right, correction because of the U.S. bans, all right. Xiaomi, it could be, may or may not be included, but the analyst is guessing that it could be a tech stocks that be included in the Hang Seng Index. All right. So if they are included, that would be great. But this Hang Seng 50 Index only has 50 stocks. So if they, if 3 gets in, 3 have to go out. So the market is, there are talks of market. Who will pave the way for these 3 stocks if they're getting in? And people are guessing that maybe 11 International, 11 China, and AAC Tech is one of those stocks they talk about. But I think that there's a chance that HSBC weightage in the Hang Seng Index could be reduced, or it could be removed altogether. And the reason why I speculated that I think so is because of the, of the recent news that HSBC set up Huawei to be trapped, right? And it's a CEO jail. Okay, so there was talk on the news that the market is suspecting that HSBC, all right, trapped Huawei or caused them to get into trouble. Okay, so this is my outlook, and for this week. Okay, so that's my outlook for this week, and economic data in the week ahead. All right, so watch for Thursday initial jobless claim, and Friday there's a slew of data coming out. Particularly important will be the retail sales and retail sales index. All right, so for the US, retail sales index is important, and Friday will be the results of the review of the Hang Seng Index. So that is something that we have to be looking at, and industrial output and retail sales for China will be important. And also US, the advanced retail sales report could move the market too. All right, so watch for Thursday and Friday. We have a heavy day of important economic data. And this is the Chinese earnings calendar. All right, so we have tomorrow, we have NetEast, we have Hua Hong, we have China Towers and China Longyuan, all right? But I think on everybody's radar will be Wednesday, 10 cents earnings, all right? That could really move the market on Wednesday, all right? So because Tencent has corrected, all right, somewhat after the US banned them from doing business in US, okay? So that is the news, all right, or my outlook for this week. I hope to see you again next week. All right, see you again. Goodbye. Take care.